everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're going to be discussing the A-10 Thunderbolt II, also known as the A-10 Warthog. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Let's start off with our brief moment of history for this episode. So first let's talk about the A-10's parent company, Fairchild Aircraft. So the A-10 was made by Fairchild Republic Aircraft in 1972. The A-10's first flight was on May 10th, 1972. And this set the A-10 off to an amazing start in its almost 50-year career as of now, and that career is going to continue to go for a very long time in the future. Now let's talk power. The A-10's power comes from a General Electric TF34-100A, which, without its afterburning capabilities, because it can't do afterburners, which is sad, it produces 9,000 pounds of thrust. And if you multiply that by 2, because the A-10 is a dual-engine aircraft, it will give you a grand total of about 18,000 pounds of thrust, which is a relatively good amount for a light aircraft such as the A-10. And as I said before, the A-10's engines can only produce 18,000 pounds of thrust, right? Yes. So that means it is definitely not a fast aircraft. The A-10's speed is only about 439 miles per hour. And it doesn't need a lot of speed. And the reason is because I haven't talked about it yet. The A-10 is a close air support aircraft, which means it doesn't need to fly fast. It needs to fly low and slow. The close air support role provides close air support for troops on the ground. And the troops on the ground might be taking some fire by the bad guys, they're being shot at and all that stuff. So then they'll call in the A-10, and then the A-10 will come in and shoot up the bad guys with its bombs and missiles and whatever, which I'll get into in a minute or two. So that is what the A-10's role is, and that's why it does not need a lot of power or a lot of speed to get like the troops like safety, and it needs a ton of maneuverability, which it definitely has. This segment is definitely going to be by far our largest segment in the video, because the A-10 is, as I said, a close air support aircraft, so that basically means there's a gun with an airplane attached to it. We're going to talk about all of its weapons and all of its armament and all that cool stuff that we're going to get into right about now. So, the first thing that I wanted to address is the A-10's like wide variety of weapons. It can carry bombs, missiles, like air-to-air missiles, sensors, pods. It has a massive cannon, which I'll get into, and it can carry almost everything that the Air Force can put out, especially like rockets and all that stuff for close air support to bust tanks. Also, I forgot to mention that the A-10's other nickname is literally the Tank Buster. That's literally why we've invented it, to literally help troops away from tanks. So let's get right into it. Let's first talk about the A-10's missiles and other weapons on the wings. So the A-10 can carry missiles such as the AIM-9 Sidewinder and other air-to-air missiles, and it can also carry like 2,000-pound bombs and sensor pods for radio connection and other ground sensing for targeting and all that other stuff. So it's big on, it can just carry almost everything on its wings. Its wings are super tough, and they can carry a lot of what the Air Force has. Alright, so let's talk about the gun. By those who fly, they literally call it the gun. The pilots just call it the gun. And this gun is the GAU-8 Avenger rotary cannon. And it shoots about 70 rounds a second, which is crazy. When the A-10 shoots its bullets, the bullets actually hit the ground first, and then you hear the sound off of the cannon. So you see the smoke and you see them hit the ground, and then you hear the sound of the bullets firing out of the cannon. You hear the big out of the cannon, and that means you're on the right side of the line, which means you're not a bad guy and you're part of the US of A. Alright everyone, that's where I'm going to leave you guys today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I really hope you learned something about the A-10 that you did not already know before, and I want to make sure that you just, hit that like and subscribe button. And don't forget to leave a comment telling me what airplane that I should do next. So, until I see you again, bye-bye for now.
Proximity of the